Imagine a world of darkness, where the only colors you know are the ones you feel with your heart. This is the story of Mohammed, a blind boy whose journey will touch your soul. In a small village nestled among the lush mountains of Iran, 8-year-old Mohammed waits anxiously at his special school for the blind. It's the end of term, and all the other children have been picked up by their families. But Mohammed sits alone, fingers dancing across the pages of his Braille book. Hours pass. The school principal paces nervously. Where is Mohammed's father? Finally, a weary man arrives. This is Hashem, Mohammed's father, who works as a coal worker in Tehran. I was delayed, he mutters, avoiding the principal's eyes. The truth? He had hoped to arrive late enough to leave Mohammed at the school for summer. Mohammed's face lights up when he hears his father's voice. His small hands reach out, searching for connection. But Hashem keeps his distance, embarrassed by his son's blindness. On their journey home, Mohammed's world comes alive. Though he cannot see, he experiences everything with incredible sensitivity. His fingers trace the patterns of raindrops on the bus window. His ears catch the whisper of wind through trees. "Father, listen to the birds. They're talking to each other," Mohammed exclaims. But Hashem remains silent, lost in his own troubles. When they reach their village, Mohammed's grandmother and sisters greet him with overwhelming joy. His grandmother hugs him tight, tears streaming down her weathered face. "My little bird has come home," she whispers. Mohammed's sisters, Hanier and Baher, dance around him, fighting for his attention. Their love wraps around him like a warm blanket. But still, his father keeps his distance. In this small village, Mohammed discovers a world full of wonders. He runs his fingers through flowing streams, feeling the cold rush of mountain water. He presses his ear against tree trunks, listening to the heartbeat of nature. One day, while playing by the river, Mohammed hears a baby bird crying. Without hesitation, he climbs up a tree, following the sound. His sensitive fingers find the tiny creature fallen from its nest. "Don't worry, little one," he whispers. "I'll help you find your home." Carefully, Mohammed climbs higher, feeling his way branch by branch. When he finds the nest, he gently places the baby bird back with its family. His face glows with pure joy, a blind boy who can see the true meaning of compassion. But back at home, Hashem faces his own struggles. A widower since Mohammed's birth, he plans to remarry. But who would accept a man with a blind son? The weight of this question haunts him day and night. What will become of my son, he wonders in the darkness. Who will care for him when I'm gone? Hashem makes a difficult decision. He will take Mohammed to apprentice with a blind carpenter in a distant village. The boy can learn a trade, survive in a world that doesn't make room for those who are different. When Mohammed's grandmother discovers this plan, her heart breaks. How can you send him away? He belongs here, with family who loves him. But Hashem's mind is made up. Before leaving, Mohammed says goodbye to his beloved grandmother. Neither knows this will be their final embrace, that the old woman's heart will soon give out from grief. In the carpenter's village, Mohammed meets an old blind man who teaches him to carve wood by feel. God didn't make you blind because he doesn't love you, the carpenter tells him. He made you this way because he loves you more. Mohammed's fingers learn to dance across wood, creating beautiful patterns. But his heart remains at home, with his family, with the sounds of his village. Meanwhile, tragedy strikes. Mohammed's grandmother passes away. When Hashem returns to bring Mohammed home for the funeral, the boy is devastated. His grandmother was his strongest connection to love. "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" Mohammed cries. "I didn't get to say goodbye." The journey home is filled with sorrow. As their boat crosses the river, a storm begins to rage. Waves crash against the small vessel. In the chaos, Mohammed falls overboard into the churning waters. Hashem watches in horror as his son disappears beneath the waves. In this moment, everything changes. All his shame, his embarrassment about having a blind son, it all washes away in the flood of fear and love. Without hesitation, Hashem dived into the raging river. He searches desperately, calling Mohammed's name against the roar of the storm. Time seems to stand still as father and son struggle against the current. The water carries Mohammed to shore, where he lies motionless on the sand. Hashem finds him there and cradles his son's body, sobbing with regret for all the love he withheld. "Please, God," he prays through tears. "Take my life instead of his. Let my son live." As the first rays of morning sun break through the clouds, Mohammed's fingers twitch. His hand slowly rises toward the light. Though blind, he reaches for the warmth he can feel but not see. In this moment, Hashem finally understands what his son has known all along, that true sight comes not from the eyes, but from the heart. That God's color, the color of love, can be felt by everyone, even those who live in darkness. Mohammed's fingers trace patterns in the sand as the sun rises higher. He spells out words only he can read, in the name of God, the merciful, the compassionate. The light dances across the water. Father and son sit together on the shore, connected at last. Through Mohammed's touch, Hashem begins to see the world anew, a world where disability isn't weakness but a different kind of strength. "I hear God in the birds," Mohammed whispers. "I feel him in the wind. I touch him in the trees. Father, can you see him now?" And for the first time, Hashem truly can. As the new day dawns, they walk hand in hand along the shore. The distance between them finally bridged by understanding. Mohammed's blindness is no longer something to hide or fix, but a different way of experiencing the beauty of creation. In the end, it was the blind boy who taught his father how to see. How to recognize the colors of paradise that exist all around us if only we open our hearts to feel them.